Mr. Google here to talk about the Independent Spirit Award nominees. And yeah, I've always been a fan of the Independent Spirit Awards. I love independent movies, as you guys know, and I love a lot of the time their nominations. Last year, they totally won me over because they nominated Ben Stiller for Greenberg, and I'm just, yeah, you gotta love that. So that was one of my favorite performances last year, and he should have won, but who cares? Uh, so there's that. But we're not talking about last year's nominees. We're talking about this year's nominees, which actually were posted today. And I had no idea they were going to be posted today. I knew they were going to be posted I think in January. No, not January. December. But no, it's November still. So I'm kind of creeped out by that. But still, let's get into these. Best feature film. Uh, 50-50, Beginner's Drive, Take Shelter, The Artist, and The Descendants. I'm happy with all of them, to be honest. I haven't seen Take Shelter, which I heard was really good, and I haven't seen The Artist and The Descendants. I really want to see those movies, but um, especially The Descendants I want to see. But I've seen Beginners, I've seen Drive, I've seen 50-50. I love 50-50. You guys know that. I love 50-50 a lot, and it's my favorite of the year. And if I watch Drive again, I think it's probably going to be my number one. But I'm gonna wait till the end of the year before I do my best of list. Beginners was also a very good film. I think I thought it was a very very good film, very good. And maybe not as great as I wanted it to be, but it was still very good film. I think, and I think it deserves a nominee. Best first screenplay, we have Mike Cahill and Britt Marling for Another Earth. Heard it was an okay film. J.C. Shendor for Margin Call. Patrick DeWitt for Terry. Holy crap! Terry got a nomination. I didn't like Terry. Yeah, I didn't like Terry. I just want to tell you guys that. Phil Johnston, Cedar Rapids, funny movie, and hell yeah, hell to the yes man. Will Reiser, 50-50. An A. That's awesome. That's just awesome. I think that's great. Um, best documentary. We have An African Election. Bill Cunningham, New York. The Interrupters, The Redemption of General Butt Naked, and We Were Here. I haven't seen any of those, and I'm not a big documentary watcher myself, but I don't know. I just thought I should, give that a shout out. Best screenplay, we have Joseph Cedar for Footnote, Michael Hazanavicius for The Artist, Tom McCarthy, win-win. I was hoping that would get a nominee for this. Mike Mills for Beginners, also a great choice, a great script, and Alexander Payne, Nat Faxon, and yeah, even Dean's in there, Mr. Dean from Community for Descendants. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. Um, Best first feature, we have Another Earth, In the Family, Margin Call, Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, which I saw. Don't think it's great, but I think it's really good, and I think it's anchored by the performances. And Natural Selection, solid category, I think. The well, what other? Best international film: A Separation, Melancholia, Shame, The Kid with a Bike, and Tyrannosaur. I really want to see Melancholia and Shame. I really want to see Shame. I think it looks awesome, and I've heard really mixed things about it, but I still think it looks amazing. So definitely going to be giving that a look. Oh yeah, Best Director: Michael Hazanavicius for The Artist, Mike Mills for Beginners, good choice. Jeff Nichols for Take Shelter, Alexander Payne for The Descendants, and yes, Nicholas Winding Refn for Drive. Now I didn't see Take Shelter, but I'm pretty mad they didn't nominate Jonathan Levine for 50-50, but whatever. Not that big of a deal. They nominated Nicholas Winding Refn. I mean, that was a shock for me because I didn't think he would get that much praise. Best cinematography: Joel Hodge, Bellflower, Benjamin Kasuk, I think that's his name, for the Off Hours, Darius Kandiji for Midnight in Paris. Uh, that's another thing. I was surprised Midnight in Paris didn't get a nomination for Best Director or Best Picture. That's odd. Wow, I guess it's probably not gonna get as much praise as we thought, which I'm happy about because I liked Midnight in Paris a lot. It's just I didn't think it was that it wasn't like an amazing movie. I think. Gulami Shiftman. I feel like Isaiah T. Showbiz. The Artist. I can't pronounce these names. Jeffrey Waldron, the dynamiter, whatever, the dynamiter. I don't. It's freaking odd. Um, all right, best female lead. We have Lauren Ambrose for Think of Me. Rachel Harris, Natural Selection. The the bitchy girl from The Hangover is Rachel Harris. Edero Odue for Pariah. Um, Elizabeth Olsen for Martha, Marty, May, Marlene, and Michelle Williams, My Week in Maryland. I'm happy with those last two. I think Elizabeth Olsen was fantastic. Um, one I'm really shocked that's not in here is Kirsten Dunst for pretty sure Melancholia. Kind of shocked she didn't get a nominee, but whatever. Best supporting female. Oh, we have Jessica Chastain, Take Shelter. Angelica Houston, 50-50. That's cool. That's cool. Jeanette McTeer for Albert Nobbs. Harmony Santana for Gun Hill Road. And Shailene Woodley, The Descendants, aka the pregnant girl from season 1 of The Secret Life of an American Teenager. So it's really odd that she's getting Oscar buzz, to me at least. Best supporting male, we have Albert Brooks for Drive, John Hawkes for Martha, Marthy, May, Marlene. I love those two. Yes, yes. Christopher Plummer, Beginners. And if you guys want to know my opinion about his performance in Beginners, I think he was very good. Don't get me wrong. I think Christopher Plummer is very good. I don't think he really played the part to his full advantage. I don't think he took advantage of the role that much. I think he was very good. It's just I didn't think he was as good as he could have been. I think other actors probably could have played that role better. I honestly think Michael Caine could have done a better job, or I'm trying to think of somebody else. Somebody really old. Maybe Clint Eastwood probably could have played it, but that would have been odd. But I'm just thinking. But I think Michael Caine probably could have played that role perfectly. But who cares? I think Christopher Plummer was still good. Don't think he should win though. John C. Riley for Cedar Rapids. That's insane. That's really odd that he got a nomination. I'm kind of freaked out by this in a mild way. I don't because at first I'm like, oh, John C. Riley, he's great in Cedar Rapids, but over Seth Rogen, 50-50, or what other independent movies that I love from this year over any of the supporting players in Attack the Block, over whatever, maybe somebody else from Drive. I think maybe Oscar Isaac probably could have gotten an Oscar, not an Oscar, like one of these nominations, but whatever. The one I'm really mad about is Corey Stoll for Midnight in Paris. Wow, the guy who played Hemingway. What the hell? This guy came out of nowhere. He was good. It's just nothing to write home about. I don't get that phrase at all. But I don't know. I just think there's a lot of snubs in this category. But whatever. Albert Brooks and John Hawkes. Whatever. It's great. I love those two in those movies. All right. Well, last one I want to talk about is best male lead, and this is where I'm gonna get fucking insane. Not really, but you get the drift. Michael Shannon, Take Shelter. Fine. Ryan Gosling, Drive. Yes! Yes! I'm happy about that. Jean Dujardin for The Artist. Where's George Clooney? I thought George Clooney was nominated. What the hell? George Clooney didn't get nominated? That's a shock. The movie's like up for a couple things. It's not up for Best Male Lead? What the hell? It's odd. Yeah, John Dujardin for The Artist. I just noticed that. Wow. Woody Harrelson for Rampart. I'm actually in the middle of watching Rampart, and I think he's fantastic in it. Right now, I think he should get an Oscar nomination. I think he was great. And this is the one that fucking pisses me off. And I'll tell you why. Demian Bakir for A Better Life. That movie about the Spanish dad trying to give his life a better life. His son a better life. Like, oh my god, this is wow. Wow. Over Joseph Gordon-Levitt. 50-50. The movie gets a couple nominations, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't get a nomination. That utterly pisses me off. I'm sure Demian Bakir is freaking awesome in A Better Life. He's probably really good. But better than Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Better than probably George Clooney? Really? I mean, the buzz these two have been getting, especially George Clooney, this guy gets a nomination? Whatever. I haven't seen the movie. I heard the movie was okay. I heard he was pretty good. I didn't hear he was great. But apparently he gets an Oscar, an Independent Spirit Award nomination. Oh, whatever. That's my opinion about the Independent Spirit Awards. What I think was snubbed. What I think should have been nominated. So, but overall, I think the award nominations are pretty damn solid. Uh, but I think it could have been a little better. I think you know I think this could have been a better little nomination thing. I could have loved to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt, of course, and maybe George Clooney and Jonathan Levine getting a best director nomination, and just Drive getting a cinematography thing, which it's not even nominated for. Whatever. I think it's a pretty solid awards show so far for the nominations, but hopefully the Golden Globe nominations are better.